Yo, what's good, guys? Alright, gang. We got some trade recaps today. Okay, so like today, it's not really going to be just telling you guys what liquidity sweep and the rest, but actually the thought process I went through with this and how we turned a good trade into a break-even trade. Like, I don't think this has actually happened before. Like, this is like the real experience of break-even for me because the profit was very high, but then that quickly turned around as I saw a liquidity sweep on the breakout structure, and I knocked close early again. So we're going to be seeing the thought process and how we could have done better because this was a perfect trade. 1 to 3 is the reward or so, I believe. Yeah, 1 to 5. That gave us around like anyways it was high, but then all that quickly disappeared with these candles. And these candles made sure that they were big. Oh my god. Forex. These candles now made sure that they were big enough. Kai, bro, like the experience is crazy. Ha. You see the way the see the way the candles are coming down consistently. These candles that are reversed now make sure that they're fat enough. No, they don't come in their bits and pieces like these guys here. No, they came massively. Oh my days. Anyways, so yeah, let's look at it. Let's go into what happened today and what is our thought process for the upcoming trade. So I already showed. Oh wait, I don't think I showed you guys. Okay, so let's start. Let's take it from the top. So all right. So we had first of all a liquidity sweep. Just follow my hand. All right. Let's just flow. Remember that we filled in this fair value gap. Alright, fill in this fair value gap. Got a liquidity sweep from there. I'm going to be removing that fair value gap now. And then we got a break of structure right here. So what are we waiting for? Retrace into what? Either a fair value gap or what? Or another block. But we see that it was the fair value gap. One tiny fair value gap right there. That gets filled. Alright, this tiny fair value gap gets filled twice, by the way. So I didn't see this first entry on time, so I was able to take the second entry, lucky me. So where was my take profit? My take profit was uh initially my take profit initially was on this fair value gap. I didn't even see this other fair value gap. If not possible, I'll have set CP1 here. But this was the fair value gap I was targeting and possibly this guys, before the squeeze. This was the probability that if the market maybe went down up to this point, the market would come here and start squeezing before coming down. That was my analysis for this place and this place. Alright, and this fair value gap too, because there are just so many fair value gaps to be filled. Okay, so what did I do once I saw the retrace into that fair value gap? Drew my line, scale down to the 15-minute time frame, as always. Looking for what? Liquidity sweep. Boom, do we get that? Equal highs actually. But yeah, and we got the liquidity sweep here actually. This was where I actually took the trade, not even here. Not even here. So liquidity sweep and then a breakout structure to the downside. Alright. And then my stop loss, shifted a bit because of spread. So maybe like where this red line is. I think the red line is the The green line is the ask price, so the red line would be the bid price. Okay, so that's that for that. So you're now wondering what happened? How did we come back to break even? Well, initially my take profit was actually here. So I don't know if it was greed that actually was, maybe a factor into this, but I don't think it was, because I was looking at the market from like a downward trend, like straight up downward, which probably what I'm probably doing now, that like the market will start going downwards from here, like all the way down to maybe this fair value gap over here. But I was looking at that from that perspective, and possibly, hoping that this market will get filled. Or even though, like, I saw this point and I was thinking that, okay, even though we might be pushing up, we might probably go down again to like get a proper liquidity sweep before pushing back up, just to be able to fill in this fair value gap. So you understand my thought process basically. That was what I was thinking. Okay, but that did not happen. So we come down. Market comes down all the way to this point. It didn't even touch the fair value gap. So it's possible that it's going to touch all of those when it's coming down, which we are seeing right now. I'm going to come back to this, but let's finish with this. So market didn't even touch it, just filling this first fair value gap, and started pushing. My analysis was, then I was now thinking that, okay, I'm gonna find, we have all of this. um so I was looking at this as the liquidity sweep, and I was like, okay, but if I see a break of structure, then I'm out of the trade. But guess what? I didn't even see the break of structure on time, and I saw the break of structure when this candle was already getting bigger, like way big and mature. So I did not now close any. What I was thinking was that probably the market wanted to reverse from here, filling this fair value gap. But watching my thought process, though. But watching my thought process. So I will recognize how I'm thinking. So I was thinking that the market will come all the way up here and start retracing from here to be able to fill in this fair value gap again. But as always, you have to follow the trend. When the market gives you a liquidity sweep and a break of structure, with possibly some retrace into a fair value gap or on another block, most times it tends to go in the opposite direction or reverse. Okay, so but that was what I was thinking. I was thinking that it would just come up here and then boom. So as soon as this passed and invalidated this fair value gap, Bing, I just simply deleted it, and I was like, okay, but I'm not going to allow this to take me out of the market. I'm just going to break even with that. Boom. That's where I stopped, guys. Along this point, before my initial this one was swept. My initial position was swept, so I closed with a tiny bit of profit. Okay, but now let's go into what we are actually expecting markets to actually do. Okay, so now that we have already gone over what we envisage the market, or what we had already seen the market do, now let's see what the market is about to do, or what we think the market might probably do. Okay, so here we have a bunch. First of all, I don't punch out punch out. First of all, I don't want to punch out a bunch of fair value gaps. Fair value gap one, fair value gap two, the major fair value gap, so fair value gap three. Now, note that these these fair value gaps have not been touched. They are still virgins. They're still pure. You know, looking neat and ready for the taking. Now, what am I seeing right now? I have seen a liquidity sweep already. All right, this is the high that pushed above this guy. All right, I'm looking forward to what a break of structure. Either we see like a green candle here and then we break down, or we actually just keep pushing down and then break down from here. All right, then what am I looking forward for? A reverse into the other block. If we can break from here, I'm looking forward to an other block refill here and then coming down, or else, if we are able to come down more with this, you know, with this candle being a red candle, and then we have that fair value gap here, we can possibly see retraces into that fair value gap. But even though this was a green candle, there will still be space for fair value gap. If we can see that, now it's also going to be good. So that, and then first take profit will definitely not be here. All right, it is going to be here. Second take profit might also be here, and then last take profit all the way down. All right. What's my reason? Because this is a squeeze, all right. This is where the market will consolidate. So is there possibility that the market is going to do that again? Yes, definitely. All right. There are some patterns that you see in the market that you don't be like, oh, okay, this is how the market behaves. All right. And that's majorly. Oh, and by the way, I don't know how I'm going to point this out to you guys. Um, see if I can point it out to you guys. Let's see. Bro, trading view would have been better for this shit. For real. Hands down, bro. Hands down. Hands down, trading view would have been better. Big shout out to trading view though. And another big shout out to their cost. That can be expensive. Expensive, but worth it. I don't know have to like battle with drawings. Alright, so that should be good. So this is like a mini fair value gap that we have also filled, which is another confluence. Bro, my mouse is tweaking. There we go. Out. Good girl. Alright, so this is another fair value gap that we're also like, we have kind of like, you know, filled. If we're considering that as a fair value gap, we have filled that actually. So that's extra confidence to tell me that yes, this market is possibly going to be bearish. So yep. Um yeah, that's it for the analysis, guys. Let's see what happens in the market, and I'm going to, as always, give you guys updates on the nitty gritty of the forex trading market that I do. All right, in my own way, in my own style, canine style, canine way, the canine trade. That's why I made the strategy so easy and so simple. All right, so that you guys can understand it. Let's see. I believe that is all for the video. All right, so I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. Thank you guys for staying tuned. Thank you guys again for staying tuned and for watching this shit with me. Yeah, it's just been fun. All right, so I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. Don't go anywhere. I'm gonna see you guys later. Peace out. Bye bye.